Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first YouTube video that I have done. I do a lot of recreations, characters, etc. over on my Instagram page. I'll make sure to leave that link down below in the description box so you guys can see what I do on there. I'll leave a couple of pictures up on the screen right here for you. And I hope you enjoy. If you do, please make sure you like and subscribe. Also leave some comments down below so I know what to improve on, and enjoy. So I just went and quickly tied my hair back to keep it out of my way. It does get very annoying and it's also really hot here. I am from Victoria, Australia. It is currently 44 degrees and it's not fun. So I've already moisturized my face. I just use this simple moisturizer cream. It is my go-to moisturizer out of all the ones I've tried. So my next step that I do is prime my face. I use 2 primers only because I have large pores and dry skin. So the first one I use is the Professional. I just use that in my T-zone. Then I use the Fenty Beauty Pro filter in all the other areas. While I'm doing this, I'm going to answer some questions about me, just a little get to know me sort of thing. So after today's video, if you have any extra questions, just let me know and I can always do a Q&A. So the next thing I do is my brows. For that, I'm going to zoom you up a little bit closer and hope it's not too bad. But so now that we're up close and personal, let me just start with my brows. So for my brows, I go in between 2 products. I either use the Benefit Brow Precise Pencil or I use the INSTA Dip Brow Pomade, which is what I'm going to be using today. So I have the shade Medium Brown. I just grab any brush, just angled brush. I just get a little bit, and then the first one part I do is my tail. And any bits that you muck up, it's okay, because after it we're going to clean it up with concealer. Once I do the tail, I just do a straight line underneath. And then whatever's left on my brush, I just gently stroke up. On the front. Like so. And then I'm just going to go and quickly do the next brow off camera. So now that I've got both brows on very messily, I do admit, I'm now going to clean it up with concealer. I also use concealer as a base for my eyeshadow. So the concealer that I'm going to be using today is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And I use it in the colour Fair Beige. I just use a flat brush for this one. So I usually just plonk it, dot it on. And then with the flat brush, just carefully underline your brows and clean up anything that you don't want there. After I do the eyeshadow, I do go back in on top of my brows and I clean it up as well at their ends. So now I just set it a little with some translucent powder. I use Huda Beauty in the shade Sugar Cookie. So I just lightly powder on top, and it just helps blend out that harsh line of concealer that you get as well. But don't worry about it too much because we do fix it. So some questions about myself. I am 24 years old. I am from a small country town in Victoria called Echuca, and I will be turning 25 in February. So I am an Aquarius baby. I started doing YouTube videos because I love creating content, and I do it on Instagram, and recently I've just started doing videos to show people my process. And I was like, why not just do in-depth ones on YouTube for those people that want to see more? So this is why I'm here. So after I've powdered the concealer, next we start the eyeshadow. Yay! Now I'm thinking about doing a look for New Year's Eve / New Year's. I can't believe it will be 2020 when this video goes up. It will already be 2020. So because on New Year's Eve you have fireworks, I kind of want to do a colourful look just to represent it. So what I'll be using a couple of different palettes today. So I'll be using the Be Perfect Carnival palette. Don't mind how messy this palette is, but the other one we will be using is the Morphe Cross James Charles Artistry palette. So to start off with the colours, I reckon I'm going to go purple, pink, orange, yellow, and then maybe cut the crease and do blue and green, maybe red. Not too sure yet, I'm just doing it as I go. So for this look, my brushes are a bit dirty, I do need to clean them. But I've got like a packer brush, couple of blending brushes, just for the different colours. I'm going to try and make it one of each. Sometimes I do have a wet wipe and I do take off the excess for another colour, but it depends on the look I do. So when I do these looks and I really want that sharp edged line, what I do is I grab some micro pore tape. You can get it from anywhere, literally like a supermarket, a chemist, anyway. And then just like that. So now that I have the tape down and I look really weird, let's get into the eyeshadow. Also, if you hear any background noise, my dog currently has a toy that she's chewing. I hope it's okay. I hope it's not too loud, but what do you do? So I'm going to be using this purple shade right here. It is called Wasted, which is probably what most people are going to be like New Year's Eve, so it's a very good shade to use for this look. So I'm just going to pack that on this outer corner here. So once you have that shade on, I just grab a little pad and just wipe off the excess colour. Then the next shade I'm going to get is called Funky, which is this pink here. So I'm just going to do the same thing and put it next to the purple. And you don't really have to blend it into the purple at the moment because we will do that. For now, I'm just placing the colours down. The next colour I'm going to get from the Morphe / James Charles palette is the orange shade here. So with that one, I'm just going to go next to the pink. So like I said earlier, we're just placing it on and we'll do all the blending later. And then for the inner corner, we're going to go in with the Morphe palette again in the yellow shade. I do love the yellow from this palette. It is very vibrant. So now that we have our colours all in place, the next thing I do is grab like a little blending brush and I just pick up little bits from each of those shades and just gently blend it up and out. The reason why I go back in and grab a little bit more is so you can blend that line that you have. But don't grab too much product. Now I want this to be a blown out look, so I am going up to my brow bone. Once you're satisfied with one colour, and then move on. Sometimes with these looks too, you can lose the pigment that you have placed down once you blend it all out. So what I would generally do is I go back over it when it's done with a packing brush and just place that pigment back down. So more questions about me. I am in a relationship. I do have a partner. We've been together for almost 4.5 years. We have no children, but I do have a fur baby called Bella. She is a husky. And she's the most cutest thing I have ever seen. I love her. I don't know what to do without her. I am a crazy dog lady. These colours are really nice to blend out. I love it. I do have a full-time job that I go to during when I'm not doing this. So I am a very, very busy person. This is what it looks like so far, up close and personal. So basically just keep blending. If you guys ever have any character requests, please let me know in the comments as well, because I would love to recreate what you would like to see. I would still do some of my own as well. Now that that bit's done, I'm going to quickly do the next eye off camera. Okay, so after a lot of persistence and a lot of patience and a lot of blending, we are finally here. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to cut the crease and, you know, I don't know what I'm going to do after it. So to cut the crease, I do the exact same thing as I do when I put the base down. Once again, I grab the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and a flat brush. A little bit on the end. The tiniest bit is all you need. And then I just place it in the inner corner. Carry it around. And then you look up and it marks it where to go. So once I've looked up, I just carefully go around. For this particular look, I'm going to do the whole lid as a cut crease. So I did take it a bit higher on this one as well than what I usually would. So to start off with, I'm going to use this shade here on the outer corner, this shade in the middle, and then possibly this shade in the corner eye. Now the shades I'm going to be using are shimmery, so I'm not going to set the eye with any powder. I'm just going to grab a flat brush and go straight in. So, because it's not really working on the brush, not sticking, I'm just going to put it on my finger and just tap it on. I'm just going to grab a smaller, flatter brush just to help with that outer edge and closer to the cut crease too. Now that has packed on very nicely. I do have to say I am loving this Be Perfect palette. There is absolutely no fallout under my eyes. I had a bit of fallout from the Morphe one, from the orange, a little bit of the pink, but there's really hardly any fallout, which is really good. So I'm just going to move on to that second shade I showed you. It's more of like a greeny blue. I feel like it would be a really nice substitute. This colour is going on a bit better. So another question is, have I ever been overseas? No, I have not. I would love to go overseas. I am dying to go to America. Now after I do that, I'm just going to get a big fluffy brush and just blend it in. Another one is, where have I been on holidays? So I honestly haven't really been many places. I've been to Perth over in Western Australia. Absolutely loved it. It would be so amazing to live there. I have been to all through Queensland. I've driven through New South Wales but haven't really stayed anywhere except for Sydney, and just basically down Melbourne, Geelong way along Great Ocean Road. If you're ever in Victoria, Great Ocean Road is amazing. Like, would 100% recommend go to see that. My favourite holiday I've been on, that would have to be Fraser Island. That place is so amazing. Like, I could literally just live there. It was amazing. You do have to be careful of dingoes though. This shade I'm currently putting on is actually kind of cool because it has like a bit of a purpley tint to it. At this point in time, any eye look you do, it's kind of like just trust the process. It always turns out a lot different than what it looks like on the way there. So now I'm just going to quickly do the other eye off camera and I will be back. So I've just put some liner on top of the cut crease. I've lined my lash line with a little bit of black. It's got a bit of glitter in there to match the whole thing, and I've taken the tape off as well. So now I'm just going to zoom you out so I can show you the rest of the face. As you can see, this is a very colourful look. Hopefully it all ties together in the end. So I've got a damp beauty blender. It's not actually from Beauty Blender itself. This is the Real Technique sponge, and I've got just a mini beauty blender for the under eye area. So the foundation I'm going to be using is the Huda Beauty foundation in the shade Cream Brulee. The first step I do when I apply a foundation is I just get a flat brush, put one pump onto it, evenly spread it around the face. Also, all her products smell amazing. I absolutely love it. Also, this foundation dries pretty quick too, so it is one that you need to work a little bit fast for. Because it dries so fast, I only put half of it on. I then grab a flat top brush, buff it in. I don't really put much under the eye area either, as I'm going to put concealer there anyway, so I don't want it to look too thick. So once I've roughly buffed it into my face, I get the damp sponge and I just blend it in even more. So once that's done, I grab the Tarte Creaseless Concealer and place it under my eyes, on my nose, a bit on my forehead, and my cupid's bow and my chin. Any area that you want to highlight. and also underneath where you'd contour. To contour with, I grabbed the nude sticks in the Bondi Bay shade. Absolutely love this, game changer, and I just tap it on. I love this stick, it is so easy to blend out too. And just over the top there. Just grab the buffer brush again and just blend it all in. So now I grab the mini blender and do my eyes. I then go back into the Huda Beauty powder. I just dip the sponge in it for the under eye area and just bake. I also bake on my smile lines and on my chin and my forehead too, because I crease it. So once I've done that, I'm going to set the rest of my face with Australis Fresh and Flawless powder in the shade Light Beige. I just grab any fluffy brush, tap off the excess, and away we go. Now to bring some more colour back to my face, I'm going to grab the Benefit Hoola bronzer and also the Benefit blush. These are both my go-to blush and bronzers. If you have any other recommendations on other ones, let me know. I would love to try out something new. I've just had these for the longest times and I never know which one to get. Once I've done the bronzer, I go in with the blush. Saw some people do this thing where they put a little bit on their nose, and for some reason I was like, oh, I'm just gonna do it to give me that like sun-kissed look. And I don't know what's with it anyway. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab that powder brush again and just brush away all this powder. use the same colours as I did in the cut crease, except the other way to match it all up. Because I already have big eyes, I don't really smoke out underneath. To me, I feel like it makes my eyes look bigger, which I want to avoid. So I just go where my crease is. Then I'm going to use the same shade that I used for my line above my cut crease out of the Colourpop Princess Disney collection in the shade Prince Charming. It is that one right there. I'm going to put that in my inner corner just to help brighten it all up. Next I'm going to grab the highlight out of the Tarte Pro Glow To Go. I'm going to use the shade Gleam and just pop it on your highest points. Okay, so the next thing I do is I hate foundation on my lips, and I don't really wear lipstick often or lip gloss, but when I do, I love a good nude colour. So I'm going to go in with the Tarte lip paint. This lip paint does not come off, it is so hard to come off. So I just go straight in with that over the top. So what I'm going to do next is I want to try add a few fireworks onto my face. So to do that, I'm just going to use the Diamond FX paint in white. I'm just going to give it a spray of water. I'm just going to use a tiny detail brush, and on top just do a little star like. So while that white paint dries, I'm going to go and put 2020 on above my brow bone, I'm thinking. So I'm going to use the Miron Makeup Paradise AQ paints, and the other thing is I don't know how big I want to do it. Do you ever have those moments when you're not too sure and you think you're doing it like, because like I have to do it backwards, and then I don't know, it's just like, ooh, is it okay? Who here, when it's Christmas, gets into the Christmas spirit and watches Christmas movies? I was craving watching Home Alone. And so I watched the first two today, and I don't know, I just want to watch Christmas movies, even though Christmas is over. Okay guys, I am back. I had to go charge my battery for my camera, so I quickly done the little fireworks, the fireworks, the numbers. I put some lashes on. Okay, need to stop saying I used the Holy Grail Cosmetics. That's what the packaging looks like. These are in the Princess ones. Absolutely love their lashes. They are based in Melbourne, Victoria. So this is the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and I've linked all my social media down below. Bye!